lot more. You notice a lot more. So then I think about it and I remember again. Wow, I did it. You know, I've always known that I could. But
let's jump to Saturday. This guy, Munguia.
Yep.
Oh man, I got picked out of a 1 out of 10, man. They think I'm nobody, man, but they don't look at my record. I'm 28 40 for KOs. They made a mistake. Tell Sadam, no, this is Telemundo, let's say. Tell Sadam Ali he made a mistake. What's your reaction to it?
I mean, that's what he feels. You know, he's confident. He feels I made a mistake. I don't look at it like a mistake. I don't make no mistakes. But we'll see Saturday. Is all I can say. I'm not gonna let anything that he says get to me.
Right.
Because I did what I had to do in training camp, and it really doesn't matter what he says.
To review your training, because I know you're a gym rat. To review training, you were preparing for Liam Smith, who also to Alvarez. This change of view, study films of Smith, now I got study films of Munguia. It's a change in emotion, mental preparation, or it's still a goal?
The change mentally is not really changed. As for me, not at all. It's just a different style that you're going in there with. I mean, in training camp, I work hard, and that's what for me. That's what I feel I need to do if I want to be at my best. And just a different style. And coming up in the amateurs, you know how many times I didn't know going in there who I would be or what type of style I'd be running in there with. It is late notice, but I still get to watch. I still get to see who I'm fighting. He's taller. He's 6'1", I believe. Different style of fighting.
6'1", tall Mexican.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, it's a little different, but I'm prepared regardless.
Sadam, did you have to sign off on the switch, or did you leave it to Golden Boy to bring it to your dad, or did you get final say?
At the end of the day, of course, if I want final say, I get final say. But whatever Golden Boy and my dad says, let's do it.
He was great. No, he was great. He just said, "I want to fight. Save the fight."
Right.
Yeah.
Whenever a fight falls out, in 2 weeks' notice, it's very tough. Wow. At this level,
It's
to
been
come up with a
happening very often
replacement.
lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's unfortunate it happened to Sadam, but he was great. He said, "Get me. I don't care who it is. Just get me. I need to fight."
I messaged you right after. I said maybe tougher fight, maybe even more powerful, and you said maybe. Do you think so? Did you look at it and say, well, geez, this is a different guy, maybe more powerful than the other? Did you think about it twice, or were you just like, no, bang, I'll do it?
He's a different type of fighter. He has power. The height threw me off a little bit. You know, it's a big change. But I'm not worried. You know, I know I put in the work in the gym, and I'm ready. Also, I have Ramadan coming soon, so I couldn't really wait. You know, this morning because we had to get it on. So whoever's in front of me is. You know,
When does that start?
Right after the fight, 14th.
Yeah, like 2 days after the fight. Yeah.
So now do you view it as a more dangerous fight?
I view every fight dangerous.
Right.
Every fight is dangerous, especially if you're not prepared. This guy has some power shots. Those are great body shots. But I feel they were both dangerous. You know, any fight there's a risk of somebody trying to take my title. It's a dangerous fight. But I'm ready and late notice, but there's still two guys in there fighting, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all.
Sadam, can I ask you a question about the 154-pound division? I mean, I know coming to the Cotto thing was supposed to be about Cotto, but because you won and you're a 154-pound champ, now you're in a division where there's water on a camcorder, which is not what I meant to say. So let's clean that up and I'll talk to you in a moment.
What is this?
One of the cool things lately about boxing is there have been a bunch of unification matches. The problem is, I guess, and maybe this is more for Eric than for you, assuming you win, and I know you wouldn't want to assume that, the 154-pound talent is sort of squarely in the PBC area right now. I'm sure you'd want to unify. What do you think about making fights with those guys? And Eric, you can chime in if that's possible.
Yeah. Look, we're gonna get Sadam the biggest fight we can get him. You know, he deserves it. It's a tough test this Saturday. It's not a walkover. It's not a walkover, but you know he's indicated to me, his father's indicated to me that they want the best fights out there. You know, so we work with everybody. You know, we're doing a fight with PBC in 2 weeks. We have we have Joseph Diaz fighting. Taking Gary's title. So we have no problem working with anybody, and if it's the right deal for Sadam, you know, we're gonna go out and get it. But he deserves the big fights. There's a number of fights he can do.
What do you think of Charlo? What do you think of the 154 Charlo, and what do you think also of Hurd at 154? What do you think of your contemporaries?
I think there's a lot of great guys at that weight. I think some of them talk a little too much, but there's great guys up there. I'm the new guy coming up, so you know they can underestimate, they can talk, but.
Is it exciting that there are good fights to be made at that division? I mean, 147 was a good one too, no question. But
yeah, for sure, definitely. I moved up a weight class, and the fact that I can still make so many fights is good.
So now you fought a much higher level of opposition than your opponent. How much of an advantage do you feel that might be in the fight?
I think that's a good advantage. I have more experience. I've been in there with the better guys. So we just have to see how everything plays out when we get in there.
Was there something Cotto said to you after you defeated him that was a kind of passing of the torch? Did he say something like, "Good job, kid"? Did he give you any specific career advice?
Cotto was just always really respectful, even before the fight. You know, I really liked Cotto. He was just very congratulating. You know, he didn't say anything bad. You know,
I meant something possibly good, like you're faster than I thought, or you'll do well at this division. You know, in this division.
Nah, he didn't say anything. But he just said more like, you know, congratulations. You know, good luck in your career. Things in that.
That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
As a baton passing, that's got to be.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So have you spoken to him since?
Nah, we haven't spoken. Nah.
Sadam, did you get the level of respect from media and fans and everyone from that win as you expected maybe you would or should?
No.
Yeah.
Coach, talk about it.
Yeah, and no.
Coach, talk about it.
I mean, from some people, yes, but there's also still some people that doubt. Not just the media, even fans too. You know, they seen one fight, you know, and they try to discredit it in a way as well. So they don't really. They need to see more of me, you know. And at the end of the day,
you don't take it personal and angry?
I don't know. I don't take it personal at all, honestly. It motivates me in ways, maybe, but I mean, I would prefer not to, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody says or what anybody thinks. When I go in there, it comes down to me and God, and I'm gonna be great regardless of what anybody says. It's not gonna stop me. You know, if I'm destined to be great, I'm gonna be great. So me personally, I don't really let it bother me. Sometimes it does, you know, add fuel. It makes you like, okay.
Well, it bothers me.
I don't believe in me, right?
Sadam is one of the most humble, one of the kindest, one of the most endearing fighters on the planet. Everybody loves him. Even the haters love him, and they love to hate him so they can love him more. And it bothers me because he was set up with an assignment that a lot of people thought he would not even to say surpass, but that he could even contend with. And he did that. He rose to the occasion. He did what was asked of him, and he excelled. And yet and still now, people still will discredit the win. They would say that Cotto was too old, but if Cotto would have won the fight, it would have been business as usual. So give Sadam, give my nephew the credit he deserves. He worked for it. When his father and I were bric-a-bracking back and forth, and he told me we're fighting Cotto, and I said, no, we're not. He said, yes, we are. I said, no, we're not. He said, yes, we are. I said, okay. And then Sadam said, no, I want to fight him. I said, all right, well, we have to get ready for the assignment. And Lenny and I and Curtis We all got together and we pushed and we shoved and we slapped and we pinched and everything else to make sure that Sadam was ready to win this fight. And now Sadam is fighting an opponent who is 28-0 with 24 knockouts. His resume reads nowhere near what Sadam's is. And you still have people saying, well, you know, I think Sadam's going to lose this fight. That bothers me. That bothers me. When you excel to elite status, and then you have a young man, and I'm not discrediting him, not at all, but when you have a young man who hasn't performed at the level or the stages that Sadam has, and you're going to give him credit to defeat Sadam Ali, you must be on crack. It's not going to go down that way.
Andre, you know full well.